We're going to get to him anyways. But look at this. SNEAKO's last name adds up to his birthday. When I talked about how you want to find multiple numbers on the board, I'm sorry to tell you, but yes, and you can go do the math yourself. Can't make this up. Their names completely equal. Even if these are both fake names, how does the fake information out there completely correspond? Okay, where was I? I shot another take of this, but I decided to restart. This is the morning after, and I just decided, you know what, let me throw one more preface into the video before we even get into this, because this video was wild for me. One thing I just want to say right out the gate is, one, if you don't understand Gematria, you should try to learn. Try to at least learn and understand things you may not understand. From my understanding, Gematria is the same across the board for any language. It doesn't matter. You'll hear me talk about it in the video, but I was so filled with energy that I couldn't even keep it contained for this video, because to me, Gematria stringed together more facts and reality than certain things. So like, they find just crazy correlations, and when you see the correlations in this video, it just, like I say in the video, one of many truths. Oh my gosh, my lisp. It either completely proves that that events, while they may be random, they have some sort of weave together fate lines, as I would like to say. They somehow make things correspond together, even if events are random. I truly believe, and this just goes to show, you know, what videos you've seen me do in the past, that no events are accidental. None. It's just everything has a purpose, everything has a timing. Yeah, it's just, this is more evidence of that. Another thing I want to say is, I start talking about, now, you know what, honestly, you guys will read my intent and anything. I'm not even worried about it. It's, you know, again, like I said, I prefaced as much as I could, and I took a long time saying it in the beginning of the video. I took like 9 minutes, because it's like, I really want you to understand this. It's not my intention to even say that these guys are plants or that whatever. It's just literally to show you that things are fated to be the way they are sometimes, even if you take fate into your own hands. Well, you know, from everything I've talked about, from every metaphysical study, all of this shit I've done, and whatever you may believe, you can cross over. Shit, quantum physics, man. You can cross over into different realities of yourself. You can bring them here. So who's to say that there isn't a SNEAKO out there that was never a YouTuber, or a critical that's out there that was never a YouTuber? Who knows? And in this current reality that we're all, this current collective dream we're having, I mean, look, they decided to do that. So it's like, who knows, man? You know, and I'm saying that because, you know, some people chalk it up to, oh, they just got lucky, right place, right timing. But I don't think things are like that. And especially when this video shows you these things, it's like, again, I'm just going to let what I found speak for itself. That's it. 'Cause, dude, I got absolute chills. I was just sitting here, and again, just like how intuition and inspiration works, it came out of nowhere, man. I just got the weird feeling to type them in, because I seen that clip of like SNEAKO going around. Dude, I wish I could escape some of this stuff, bro. My algorithm was clean, but man, I like clicked on Kick, and it was like the first thing, because I was trying to figure out if I wanted to stream on Kick or Twitch, just like, you know, because I was just like, I don't know. But then I just seen the content that like is on Kick. I was like, you know, I'd be in my own lane, but I don't even know if I want to be associated sometimes. If you guys know me, you know, sometimes I don't even want to stream on Twitch, because I'm just like, bro, I don't know. Some of these rules and things I hear be just like weird, or like some of the decisions Twitch decides to make. I'm like, bro, is anything safe out there anymore? But I guess it's truly like, you know, every platform, like, no brainer, every platform's gonna have its, you know, pros and cons. we're on YouTube. If you've been watching YouTubers long enough, you already know there's pros and cons with this. So it's just who knows, man. But dude, I don't know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know how to be, because when you see the rest of this video, your mind is gonna be, I'm telling you, your mind is gonna be blown, because it's like you can't. From what I know, you can't necessarily fake Gematria. So yeah, just take everything with a grain of salt. Call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever you like. I'm be vibing. I got exactly what I needed from this experience and wanted to just share it with you guys. All right, I'm out again. Peace. Oh, okay. Take a deep breath before this video begins. I'm going to tell you right now, I've discovered one of the most insane correlations in Gematria to critical, Moistcr1tikal, SNEAKO, Andrew Tate, and others alike. Now, I conducted a list. I think probably the better way to show this is show just screenshots of the matches instead of do it live, which I was going to do. So I'm actually get that ready right now since I have everything brought up. But I'm going to tell you guys one thing. I'm going to preface this entire video for any of those that may be non-believers out there, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say this right now. I'm not trying to convince you of anything, but this further goes to show, well, one, it's a couple things. Somebody on my Rachel Zegler video said that Gematria shows and proves the existence of God. Whatever your beliefs are, that may be true, it may not. It could just prove that we live in a simulated reality of numbers and codes that add up. Like I said, when I did my name, LUNARWASLOST, it added up to my name, which blew my mind. It didn't only add up to my name, the segments of it did too. Lunar equaled a part of my name, lost equaled a part of my name, and was equaled a part of my name. It was insane. So going back to the whole existence of God thing, it does prove that reality, in a sense, has scripted events, which is why when people talk about fate or things that are luck or everything, I think truly that there is absolutely RNG in this reality, where random number generators, like a video game where random events happen, but these random events are also following in a line of fate. That's what I've always believed. And I got that reality reflected to me because of, beliefs create reality, but in some sense. But you know what I'm saying? It's like this right here, Gematria is like one of those laws of nature where if you jump off a cliff, you're from a high up, like if you were to jump into the Grand Canyon, your chance of survival is very low, because it doesn't matter if you're a firefighter, the Pope, god dang Elon Musk. You jump off a cliff, you're probably gonna die if it's a high enough amount. If it's the Grand Canyon, you're jumping in the center, nothing attached, you're gonna die. That's what Gematria is. In Gematria, every single letter is connected to a number. Simple Gematria is A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. You cannot fake Gematria. You just cannot. I watched someone who doesn't believe in God, who said he was an atheist, who damn near looked like he was gonna shit himself in the video when he started seeing correlations between Jesus and a bunch of other stuff, because his sister invited him to go to church. Now I can find this video, but I wanna leave it alone. But I'm gonna find that video and I'm gonna link it down below, because it's gonna go into a lot more that I have to say. If you were on the internet, and if you even care, there was a beef between SNEAKO and Critical, right? The immediate time I saw it, and don't worry, because we're gonna throw Andrew Tate in this too, because we're gonna get into controlled opposition too. But there was a beef between them, and within that beef, it was honestly one of the most random things. And I'm not even gonna fake it. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I know all the details, because when I see things pop up like that with big creators, I instantly go, oh, this seems just like when they start beefs in hip hop or any media, and then all of a sudden, both careers benefit. It didn't matter which side you chose, whether you were a SNEAKO fan and his whole point of view was God, or you're a critical fan, where literally his fan base literally thinks he's the embodiment and the likes of Jesus Christ himself. So, you know, it's like, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter what side you picked. That's the point. Literally, for some reason, how reality works, or at least how it's scripted, or who knows, powers that be, script is for you to pick a side and always be agitated. So whether you join the hate train to hate SNEAKO, or you join the hate one to go at critical, whatever, you don't win. That's the point. This is what I've been saying since a kid. This is why it feels like I don't belong here. That these motherfuckers, and I'm not saying all of them, like, I'm sure both people, take away social media, whatever, look at their lives. I don't walk in their shoes, blah, blah, blah. This is all prefacing, sorry, but I have to point this out for anyone who may watch, who may be a big fan of them, or be a big fan of either. This is just going to blow your mind, because do it for yourself. I'm not trying to convince you. Do these numbers for yourself. You will find the same correlations. But take away their career, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure they're both great people in certain aspects. Maybe their online personalities are a bit blown out of proportion. Even Andrew Tate. I'm not making this video to offend or attack anyone. I don't know them personally. But what I've always kept in the back of my mind, that all of this reality is scripted, especially social media and not knowing what goes on online. You know, I don't even want to waste any more time. I just want to get into it. So let me go get the screenshots. And I'm about to blow your mind, and I'm about to blow your mind on what even made me do this. Again, it came from inspiration. I got that little inspiration in my heart, and I was like, whoa, this is nuts. It was just like when I looked up, if you've seen my last video, the one that's changed the world, where I showed the Judge Judy earthquake, and all of it lined up. Dude, I can't. This shit is insane. It's not conspiracy theory. It's not nothing. Simple gematria, like I've been told multiple times, and I've been talking with connects behind the scenes. It is the same across every single language. It does not change, because the simplest form of it is A equals 1, B equals 2, blah, blah, blah. And even the special characters in Jewish gematria and all this, oh, it's just nuts. So I'm gonna go get this stuff ready. It's gonna be a cut, and we're gonna come back. Now remember, one more thing before I even get this started. One more thing before I get this started is, this blew my mind, because I'm telling you, that is the goal. It is to make you pick a side, whether it's political debate, red versus blue, blah, 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 blah. It's distraction. I'm trying to tell you, do not, even me, I've said this since the beginning, your journey is your own. Do not even idolize me. People have messaged me and emailed me over and over that my ideology helped them get out of rough places, and I hope that a part of that made you wake up to your own things and your own way you feel about the world. Do not. I have had this shit since literally a kid. Do not idolize these people, bro. And I'm not saying that to, like, don't go watch them, don't do that, don't support them. No, do that. But don't go get so sickly in the head, where I really do think it's a sick sort of thing, that the way some of SNEAKO's people follow him, the influence he has on kids, which, funny timing with this, if you've seen what happened with the recent thing where he took photos with fans and they were like, oh yeah, hate women and their little kids. And then you got Charlie's fan base, where these people literally compare him to Jesus Christ. Dude. All right. It's just a weird reality we live in. Let's get on with the video. Even better, I found a better way to do this. Instead of screenshotting the sections, I could just show you. So let's start with SNEAKO's real name and Moistcr1tikal's real name. What I also want to say before I do this part is this. Actually, let me make a cut here like this. We're about to hit 9 minutes. Odd little thing was messing up when I wanted to show you guys this part of the video, funny enough, and I just think that that's like signs that this is the video, man. I got chills when I seen this. But okay, let's just get into it. Again, I don't want to do my little spiel about Gematria and everything, but like I'm saying, if this proves any literal spec, oh man, this shit is just really an organic simulation. All right. Okay, so, dude, okay, look. So this is the website right here. If anyone wants to, delve in, be my guest, here it is. It's Gematria. I will link it down below. And my mind is just not ready for this. All right, here we go. Let's just do this. I don't want to waste any more time. Critical's real name, right here. Charles Christopher White Jr. SNEAKO's real name. NICO in quotations, because Nico, short for Nicholas. Ken D. Ballanthese. See the results for yourself. There you go. Both of their names. Both of their names completely match. Guys, this shit is getting literal scary. It's insane because like you can't make it up. It just adds up. Look, if you want to look at I don't want to show you guys the entire list because like the entire list isn't the results. It's words you can type in and then you can type find matches. So I don't want a bunch of clutter on the screen. You'll see if you use the website yourself what I'm talking about. I think I even showed it in my last video, like all the results I showed. But yeah, I am going to show it one more time. Here you go. You can do the math yourself. Once you understand Gematria, and it says it right here on the screen, you cannot make this up. Charles Christopher White Jr. and Nicholas Ken D. Ballanthese. Their names match. They were in a beef. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is scripted, and I'm keeping my composure so I do not completely combust in a cloud of madness, because this is what I'm talking about. Now, I think in the 9-minute intro, kind of prefacing this whole video, I explained how I had just an annoying occurrence with the people I was rooming with, in Florida about Andrew Tate, because I talk about controlled opposition. It doesn't matter if these dudes look like they're on your side, or they're a part of this manosphere, or you've got what his fans, Critical's fans, literally. I'm sure like every fan base has got the like stands, right? But they literally compare him and pictures of Jesus together. There are people that definitely believe he is Jesus. Either way, what I'm trying to say with that is, you should not idolize these people. Watch them for entertainment. Like I said, for me, I've said it in every video where I talk about something serious or about following people, where I've known this as a kid. Do not even follow me. Get your entertainment fix. Understand it's entertainment, but do not idolize these people. Maybe even let them inspire you to go do your own things, but then do just that. Do not consume this content, because I'm telling you, it's distraction. It is so it's like, I'm not saying, and that's why I said, when somebody mentioned on my video that this proves the existence of God, even the DMs I'm getting off screen, whether like what it may be, like I said, I've seen a literal video of an atheist shook when he started doing Gematria and realizing all of things that lined up with the name Jesus and blah, blah, blah. This stuff is crazy, y'all. Like, you can't make this up. Their names completely equal. Even if these are both fake names, how does the fake information out there completely correspond? And watch, it gets even weirder. Here we go. We're going to go into the next thing. But I don't want to waste your time. I want to get to just the results. So I need to stop. Okay. So whose birthday is this? August 2nd, 1994 is when it says Critical is born. Oddly enough, 62 in the reverse reduction. Now, usually when you're finding corresponding, like trying to string things together, like, thumbtack and thread, what we're doing right here, conspiracy, you want to find numbers that are twice on the board. But for me, when things correlate so strongly, and even with how they line up, it's just weird too. It's like, I think that should be enough to at least raise an eyebrow. I'm not saying go fully in the rabbit hole, because I'm saying you should make your own mind up. But when I think about their types of content and how, like, I mean, both, I don't know about SNEAKO too much, but, you know, dude, there's so much I want to say about that too, but I don't even want to say it. But like, when I think of Critical's content, I think about how he breaks down certain games, but I also think about how he makes videos, you know, about either sometimes it's people who are like just complete scums of the earth, or sometimes it's slightly on that thing, or sometimes he'll put out a video if he has strong feelings about something, you know, just doing him, right? But then I realized how indulging in that can be controlled opposition, because I think he had something to say about Andrew Tate, but I'm not sure. We're going to get to him anyways. But look at this. SNEAKO's last name adds up to his birthday. So you're probably asking me, oh, no way does SNEAKO's name equal Critical's? Well, remember when I talked about how you want to find multiple numbers on the board? I'm sorry to tell you, but yes, and you can go do the math yourself. You can go do the math yourself. 175 in the reverse. 185 in the reverse reduction. I gotta just, bro, I'm like trying not to bug out. Let me just continue, all right? But there you go. Critical in the ordinal, which is the simple form of Gematria, 75. How is this possible? Strange coincidence? The universe is just full of coincidences? And like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm probably not properly conveying this. Maybe I'm doing it in the best of my abilities. Maybe I'm doing it better for someone else out there to discover this video and then go conduct and smash together and compile a way better video than mine. Maybe I'm just someone who's supposed to light the flame. But for me, this is enough. This proves it right to me, because I think about that. It's like people talk about industry plants. Well, why would industry plants only be subject to Hollywood? Why can't it be YouTube? Why can't it be anything? I know that now at the day and age that we're in, it would be like that. Like, I'm sure there's people, a large group of people out there considering that YouTube has to have plants. But it's just wild, because I'm not even gonna lie, I regarded Critical as like a really cool YouTuber. I fell off listening to him years ago when he kind of something switched in his content for me. But never once did I ever feel like I even, when I went back to check in with him, this is sad to say, that's what was off-putting about it, was when people were saying, like, comparing him to literal Jesus, and then the whole thing that I guess was a joke about, you know, people dressing up as him, and like this thing in my mind just sparked like a weird like clone sort of thing. Not saying he's clone, we're not going full conspiracy out the wazoo, but it was a weird thing. And then even when the beef came up, and then him getting on, you know, I paid attention to that when they got on, and I was like, what is going on? Like SNEAKO and Critical beefing? Like, what? To me that just sounds like there's no losing side. One dude is going to try to take the moral high ground and be like, this dude is bad. He's a bad influence. And I mean, if you see the recent thing that popped up, it is pretty bad with those kids. SNEAKO got to get on that. But it's like, regardless, you're just making him bigger. Like, that's the whole thing with all of this stuff in reality. And that's why I say it's a distraction, because the more you pay attention to stuff, the more it grows. But some stuff should have light shined on it so it can be acknowledged. But then there has to be a point where we can shove that away. Maybe if we remove the harmful effects from it, even if we can, but at the end of the day, you're making both of them bigger, which that's the whole thing on there's no side. There's no picking a side, red versus blue. All this, it's to pick a side. There is no side. You have to stay in the middle ground. You have to make your own mind up. Hopefully I delivered that well, man. Hopefully I'm conducting myself well when I say these things. But back to that. How is that possible? SNEAKO's last name equals Charlie's birth date. It's like they were fated. It's like this is literally showing us fate. And I think I just got rid of all the terms I had. Yeah, I gotta go type them all back in. But how is that possible, bro? Look at the numbers. Now, again, maybe some of you out there are more clever with Gematria and can find way more correlations. But this is another thing. I'm not looking to provoke them. I want to make that a very prominent statement in this whole thing. I'm not looking to provoke them, and I'm not looking for a battle in the comments. I'm not looking to convince anyone or to be convinced otherwise, because I truly believe that to reach a certain, I don't want to say that, but to reach a certain height in your career, there will be certain decisions you have to make along the way. I just want to say that. I don't, take that statement for what it is, but I'm not doing this to provoke them. Even if they were to make a video in rebuttal to this and be like, oh, this guy, he's a conspiracy theorist and this, that, and and I'm not saying that they would. I don't think they would. I actually made a reaction video to SNEAKO a long time ago when I first wanted to get into YouTube. I saw an amazing video with him and Steezy Kane, where Steezy Kane talked about manifestation, which I want to get into that too. I do definitely believe that these guys, I say it all the time about unconscious people being able to manifest and use the law of attraction unconsciously, because usually it be them who don't know. Like when you put on the magic glasses of the universe, like this is to quote, what's his name? It's to quote Dick Gregory, that when, there's rules to when you awaken and you see, the world for what it really is. You put on the magic glasses, 3 rules. You can never take them off. You'll never be able to see the world as it was. And you can never convince anybody else to put on the glasses. That's one of this is that situation right here. I'm not trying to convince you. These numbers don't lie. It adds up. It's weird. It's cool to me because it's like, oh, then they were like fated to have beef, if y'all believe in fate. But I don't religiousize Gematria at all. It just does show some weird correlations. Like I said, go check out my other videos, bro. Snow White completely adds up with Rachel Zegler. It's just crazy. So either way, believe what you want. Jesus, I'm stunned because this is just insane, because the next thing I'm about to show you on screen, I already have it up. But yeah, man, like at a point in time, I liked both creators. I don't know if SNEAKO laughed at Steezy when he talked about manifestation, but that shit is real, man. I talked about how I even got the little video with Max Igan. I don't know if I talked about it in an actual video, but I went full delusional mode, man. I said, like, I'm actually gonna like talk to this guy, and like I was actually walking around as if I already talked to him. That's the law of attraction. Acting in the end, doing as things are in the end. Shoot, there's like, I think Neville Goddard even talks about that in a Bible quote, living in the end. That's living in the end. I was living my creation as it already happened. What is it? Jesus or God calls things into existence that are not their faith. So I was literally saying before I even had the idea to, because I was like, yo, this is a like-minded individual. I want to talk to him. I want to do it in a video format, but I don't want it to be an interview. And I even got a comment, like maybe a comment or two on that video that said like, oh, you asked weird questions and things like that. Well, it's like a lot of the things that he was dropping knowledge on me were kind of like circular knowledge. I've heard these things before. I apply them to my life. So it was just a nice, refreshing feeling to know that there are actually like-minded individuals out there that even still have different viewpoints. Because it's like, I don't believe 100% everything he does, but it's very odd how all this knowledge comes back to all roads lead to home, where literally you end up all coming to the same conclusion. So it's just really funny. Like, you can go see that video and hear that too, where he says, oh, what, like the guy that I mentioned, does he know? He said, what is it, another guy somewhere out in the stratosphere saying the same things I am? Yeah, it's a collective conscious. So, I've literally gotten video ideas, and then when I don't do them, which is showing that thought is collective conscious, where I don't do them, and then next thing I know, I'll see a YouTuber pop up like 2 hours, 4 hours later with that video idea that I had to do and around similar content. So it's just funny. But I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it doesn't lie for me. Now, again, I was trying to find correlations between Andrew Tate and SNEAKO's name. I'm pretty sure, like I said, the reason why I was saying somebody out there can do crazier digging, right here, you got Andrew and SNEAKO, and they completely line up. Andrew, 65 in the ordinal, 65 here, 97 in the reverse, 97 here, reverse reduction, 34, 34. Can't make it up, y'all. I don't know what else to tell you. You can't make this up. Now, why I said that and mentioned the whole thing in Florida, or like the dudes I was rooming with in Florida, is because they were like, he one of my bros was defending Andrew Tate so hard, saying like, yo, you're attacking the wrong person. You're attacking the wrong person. I'm like, bro, I don't attack these guys. I don't even care. Like, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. I'm wondering, what if they were all just controlled opposition? What if they were just trying to get you, the manosphere, and you gotta do this and blah, blah, blah. And even if Andrew Tate's messages are getting taken out of context, it's like, I haven't even experienced reality the same way these dudes say. And call me lucky. I've had amazing, beautiful women in my life that supported me when, literally, listen to this. Like, I'm talking dirt broke. And it is me. Like, I've made videos where I even talk about this too. Like, where, what is it? Where, damn, bro. I just lost my train of thought, because I was going to talk about like how, you know, some of that red pill content, they talk about how women only want you for this and this and that and that. Trust and believe I'm a living testament to that is not true at all. It is not true. It's whatever reality they're creating for themselves, because thoughts and beliefs that are heavily focused on, if the universe is energy, frequency, and vibration, whatever wavelength they are on, which is when they say they're making their content for a specific group of people, that's the wavelength they must be on. Because I don't find women that do these weird things that they be talking about to me, or like that they just want you for money, or it's this weird Western mindset. This shit just sounds like a distraction. We're all human beings, bro. You got to put the love back in yourself. And that, to people, that sounds corny, but no, that is dead ass the fact. Like, you got to be a service to yourself before you can be a service to others. How are you going to be a broken person trying to help other people? Hurt people. Like, it is what it is, man. It's a fucking circus. I'm telling you, this shit is a circus. And that's also why I wanted to address that last video that I did post. It wasn't like I was going to quit a channel. It was like, I don't even know what content to make, because I'll find correlations like this in reality and be like tweaking, bro. I'll be like, bro, does this shit be making me question what I'm even doing, or if I'm even on the right path? Because I'm like, am I just in a type shit losing game? Because who knows who could be a plant on YouTube, you know? Sometimes people say it's obvious. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Anyways, maybe let's do some more correlations. Let's see if I can find any correlations before the end of the video. So let's keep going. Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate's name, that's his brother. They completely add up. That makes sense. They're brothers. Again, more evidence that either we live in an organic simulation, or, you know, blah, 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 existence of God. I believe all those truths. Like, I made a cut. That's another point I want to make, is all truths are half truths, man. I live by the universal laws. So, and it's like, I live by them in my own way, but cause and effect, man. The universe, the mind is all, the universe is mental. So, you know, it doesn't shock me when these things happen, especially all this. But like I was saying, like, could you imagine that, like, just by paying attention to these dudes, one, this is by fact, when you pay attention to someone, even me, you are feeding into my side of the dream. You got to do your own things too. That's why I say, watching me for entertainment or watching me for other things, like some people watch me for my ideology. Love you guys. Cool. I hope I'm waking you up to your own stuff. Don't follow me and what I believe or what I may present online to believe, but follow your own thing. Make your own mind up. Like I said, I released a video on a channel that people don't know about, where I made a Freemason video talking about how I might be being protected by one. Someone even told me on my Max Igan video that Max Igan is a Freemason. And I thought that was funny, because it's like, well, I mean, that's odd that I got in, if everything's scripted and I was saying a Freemason may be protecting me. When I started streaming on Twitch, the first 2 viewers had the compass and G in the middle. So I don't know. You make your own mind up. I don't know what they mean. I just laugh because it's like, that's kind of funny to me. It's kind of cool how we almost all signed up to play this one big song together, the universe. One verse song. The universe. We're all a part of this one song together. So let's keep going. Okay, remember when Andrew Tate got into that whole thing with Greta Thunberg? Well, oddly enough, her name, her full name, well, not full, if she doesn't have a middle name, but Greta Thunberg and Andrew add up, 65. like I said, make your own mind up. So anyways, guys, I want to wrap up by saying this. This is what I want to wrap up on. Oh, dude, guys, I got to take a minute because it's like, I just want to say this. This is completely for just expanding your mind purposes only. People could say, oh, you know, I'm just almost like preparing for the ones who are going to come through and just be like, oh, it's bullshit, it's conspiracy. Oh, of course. I'm just preparing for if that energy comes. Whatever. You're right. It's conspiracy. I'm completely out of my mind. No point to argue. You don't win. Neither side wins. That's why I don't argue. These days, and especially when it comes to something like Gematria, the numbers, like they say, don't lie. And you can find funky, weird words that may add to their names too, because each word in existence and letter adds to a certain number. So you can probably find pi correlated with their name. But when you find the strings that tie together between two names, birthdays, it's odd. Now, that could be evidence of God, because I'm not going to say that SNEAKO and Charlie are both two controlled opposition agents that were put on YouTube to freaking discover each other and get blah, blah, blah. That's where conspiracy comes in. But then, if you're one of the people that agree that Gematria proves God's existence, well then, take a look. Their names add up. Their literal YouTube names add up to their literal birthdays. That is weird, bro. Okay, I'm crazy. Moving on. So take it for what you will, man. Take it with a grain of salt. This will be everything I always say in any of my videos. That's it. That's all I got to say is that is it. The other conclusion I will have is wrapping up kind of why I said, like, you know, I was releasing the chains and kind of just stopping on this channel or slowing down. Well, it's partially because I went down this rabbit hole. Like, you know, I've seen people comment on my videos literally saying that, like, your comment section shows, like, who is watching you and the people that really see you for you. It was like a really beautiful comment I woke up to one day, because I didn't want to be a part of the, you know, react content where it was like I'm stealing other people's content. And that's what kind of hit me, that dilemma, because a lot of people want to see me watch videos, but I just didn't want to fall in that category. Now, there's many of you that think I'm not lazy in my videos. Like, I literally try to double the videos. I save this in videos. I try to double the length of other videos, but that was the past. You know, I stopped and started doing some gameplays because I got to get through these games. Like, I've worked with these indie developers and shit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to play their games. And oh man, I said great things about how some of these games look, and it's like on my channel I don't play them, but that's also due to system requirements and limitations. I have a good computer, but like, the AAA titles and things like that are going to be a little bit tough. Baldur's Gate was fire. It depends on how they optimize it too. But little tangent aside, it's like I wanted to start branching out, and I was like, I don't want to get locked in a box, because in person I'm not even like that, man. The moment I get bored with something or I stop by to just experience things, I move on. Like when I worked at a movie theater in Florida, the woman hiring me, really awesome lady, was just like, she's dope accent and everything. Was like, oh, I see, I kind of get you. Like, you're just someone who just dabbles in different fields or wants to just like kind of just get a little bit of everything and move on. That's very true. Like, when I did this whole YouTube thing, that's why you've seen my videos maybe disappear and come back. It was just like, oh, well, I'm done. That was fun, you know, and that's just how I've always been. But, you know, many of you convinced me don't delete my videos, and I didn't delete them. I privated them. But it's just like, it's a chapter over in my book. But things like this video sparked so much inspiration, because I'm just like, dude, this is insane that this correlates. Like, I mean, go ahead, switch the numbers up, try to make it like C doesn't, it's exactly what I explained. C equals 3, look at it on there. C equals 3 every time, no matter which way you spin it. I, A, B, C, D, E is 5. So, I mean, do without Wilt? Is that what it is? Do without, hold on, I gotta find. Okay, I looked it up here. I don't know if this is fact, but it's funny in the Bible that it's do what thou wilt just means as long as you as long as you harm no one, do what you want. That's very, very, very funny, because if you hear in a lot of my videos where I talk about the universal laws and all that, that's what I follow. Do what thou wilt. As long as you're not stepping on anyone else's shoes, do what you want. Like I said with this video, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just want to say that in the conclusion too. Don't want to offend anybody. I'm not trying to come at them. I'm just saying that I do feel like, though, a lot of social media and a lot of this stuff is distraction. Like I said, there's a point in time where I was really staying on the up with gaming videos and stuff, and I feel like that's even healthy when you're in that industry or whatever field, and it's not based on talking about people. But of course, Rachel Zegler, she came up a lot on a lot of these commentary channels I've seen, and she was just big. Couldn't avoid it. It's like the algorithm pushes it to you. Of course, because I've watched Critical and SNEAKO long ago back in the day. Like, I'll click one video and they pop up. That's why you see me on incognito tabs. I don't even want it in my algorithm. Especially when I started being my own creator, like, and really doing this on here, because I was doing dance videos before, and that was so much fun. Man, there was lining up things with that I could tell you that are crazy. But like I said, when I was being a creator for real, like here, Twitch streaming to get affiliate and becoming in the YouTube partner program, all that. It's like, once you actually dedicate yourself and be consistent to something, you don't have time to really be paying attention to anything either. They kind of become like downtime enjoyment. And that's what it was in the past, because I was doing dance videos. So I'd hop on to see what Critical may say about gaming, or SNEAKO, he was doing the interviews in public in New York, or whatever he was doing. And see, when I seen those videos, I thought he was fine. That's back when I made a video to him and Steezy. And I shared it to them on Twitter, and SNEAKO ended up liking it. I think Steezy ended up liking it. But that was an old channel back in the day when you hear me reference channels. But next thing I'm trying to wrap back to is losing train of thought. So much on my mind, but I'm losing train of thought. Shit. Oh, damn. It will come back to me when it matters, and watch, I'm going to be done with the video by that time. But yeah, it's just going back to what I was saying. I really watched them in the downtime, and then, I end up hearing like SNEAKO I don't know, the last thing I heard after I didn't watch him for a while was something about money, and he started saying that money only matters in reality. Get your bread. Money, 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 money. And I said, what the fuck happened to this guy? I think that's the perfect way to end the video. Do what thou wilt. Hear it from me, the real Jesus Christ. Just joking. Oh man, I'm done, bro. I'm done. I gotta get out of here.